Alright guys, so that was Rick and Morty episode 5, Meeseeks something. I don't remember the end of it. But really good episode, guys. It was about the Meeseeks and Destroy. So it was about these Meeseeks, really, I would say, and also, Morty getting to go on his own type of adventure that he chose, which was kind of like those fantasy worlds. So it was pretty cool, but it didn't turn out the way I guess they wanted it to. It wasn't very,
It kind of did. It was passive and calm for the most part.
But I think they are looking for they were thinking it was gonna be more like Rick's. Crazy, always getting chased, always this and that,
But that's what Morty didn't want.
Yeah, that's what Morty didn't want. But that's like in the beginning, Rick was kind of seemed like bored. Like he was like, this is not fun. Is this really your adventure? We're just going up this thing. Nothing's happened so far. Where everything's working smoothly the way it's supposed to, and that's not the way Rick's work. So in a way, I guess Rick's are more entertaining in that way because they're always doing stuff. So it was just boring. It seemed like for Rick.
Yeah, for Rick it seemed like he was bored throughout the whole thing until he started drinking
and winning all the money.
Yeah, that's when he was like, okay, now I'm happy.
And then Morty was enjoying it all the way up until the bathroom scene.
Yeah.
He was thinking everything was smooth, everything's happening the way his little quest or adventure was supposed to happen, and once he starts getting trying to get raped by this germ or
Mr. Jellybean.
Yeah, Jellybean. Yeah, who's supposed to let's just jump to the end now. He's the
He's the mayor, the king.
King of the village. So I in a way I kind of had an idea of like he's gonna come back out again. I was just waiting for when.
Yeah.
Because it didn't seem like Rick gave a look over to when he came out of the bathroom, and I was like, no, he has to either he's gonna confront him or they're gonna eventually bring him up later and something's gonna happen, and what ends up happening, Rick shoots him and blows him up.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to be the king of the little town, and I didn't expect Rick to blow
and
him
then
up
he
like
was
that.
and then he was all beat up like when he was getting carried. All right, so just to jump back to the beginning, so I guess we can start off with Morty being very upset with Rick because of these adventures that they're always going on. What was the last one? Right when it started off was his parents Morty having to kill his parents because they were some types of zombies or something about to eat Rick. So
he was having like PTSD from all those adventures.
And he came out of it, started throwing up, which was, obviously when you kill your parents or have to do something that tragic, it's gonna, take a toll on you. So either way, he flips out on Rick, tells him like, I'm tired of these adventures. If I created an adventure, it would go smoothly, or it would actually go the way it's supposed to. So, eventually they end up coming to, a bet who can, if Morty can end up coming up with a really good adventure, then, he'll get to choose every 10th adventure, or was it third?
No, it was like every third, and then
he
Rick
wanted
switched
third
it up
to 10th. Yeah, okay. While they're discussing that, the family comes in, Jerry, the mom, and Summer.
Yeah, the
I don't know the mom's name. I just know Summer and Jerry. Well, either way, they end up asking for these very little meaningless tasks for Rick to make easier for them. Opening a can of or a jar of mayonnaise, like really, you need somebody for that. But either way, so he ends up giving them a box. Rick ends up giving Jerry and them a box, which is a Meeseek box, which are these little humans that come out of this box when you press a button. Or they're not humans, they're like, I guess, little clones of something. I honestly don't even know what they were, but they end up doing the task for you, whatever you want, and they don't disappear until after that task is done. So, everybody ends up asking, Summer wants to be more popular. What does the mom want?
Well, she just wants somebody to talk to because she's losing herself.
Okay, and then Jerry ends up wanting to take 2 less strikes off of his game, his golf game. So, be able to make a hole in one. That Jerry's doesn't work out. Everybody else's works out. Jerry's doesn't. So then, if it's not going to work out, the Meeseek ends up pressing the button, getting help from another Meeseek. That Meeseek ends, because Jerry's probably that bad that they keep trying to get help for Jerry, and he never accomplishes the task. So they're all just waiting for him to finish what he's supposed to, so they can all, blow up, die, disappear, whatever it is. And he doesn't. So they're all going crazy. They've never been out of the box this long. So, they're all just panicking, starting to go at each other. And then we jump back to Rick and Morty. They're in their adventure. They notice a big beanstalk, I guess you could say. So then they end up climbing the beanstalk. Obviously you guys should know the Jack and the Beanstalk story or tale. They end up going up there. they notice a big old giant, but I would say they're normal people, right?
Yeah, they were normal people.
And Rick and Morty are the little ones?
Yeah, they were the little ones.
So, sure. Yeah, well, I guess either way, giants are normal in that world, and then Rick and Morty were the little ones. Well, either way, the giant ends up hitting his head on the corner of a table. They blame Rick and Morty that they're the ones that killed him, when it's like, how is that even possible? They're like, very tiny. So they end up getting taken to court. They have to go through that whole process, which is really stupid because it's like, what the hell? Like, I thought they were in some type of a tale or on an adventure, and they're having to go through court because somebody died. Rick ends up starting to blame Morty, like, hey, is this what you wanted? This is your adventure. This is what's supposed to be fun for you. Morty ends up telling him, hey, let's just get over it. I know this ain't your adventure. It's not the way you wanted, but yes, everything is going as planned.
But hey, at least they were able to be set free because why? They didn't read them their Miranda rights in the beginning or giant rights, so they were off the hook automatically. Yeah. Or else they would have been stuck. Yeah,
that's so true. And Rick didn't have his teleporting gun, whatever the hell it was called.
Yeah.
So that was super cool. They end up making their way down these giants. Since they're giants, they're in a giant world. They have to work their way down these steps. Takes them so long. They end up running into like a bar that's on one of the steps.
Thirst bar.
Yeah, something.
Thirst spa, I think.
And so they end up going into the bar. That's where they end up, trying to figure out what to do next. Rick's still, bitching at Morty, letting him know that this isn't the way it was supposed to go. Morty ends up saying, if you're not gonna like it or you're not gonna enjoy yourself, then just get out of here. I don't want to see you by the time I get out of the bathroom. Morty ends up going to the bathroom. The jelly bean ends up attacking him, trying to rape him. He gets away. Rick's having a good time out there, making money. What are they, sheiks or something that they're called?
Yes, he was gambling away like crazy.
Morty comes out crying after what just happened to him, breaking down to Rick. Rick ends up telling him, it's okay. I know the adventure ain't going exactly the way you want, but when we get back down to the village, I'll end up giving them all the money that I've earned so far from, this, what is it, like gambling or playing poker, whatever Rick was doing. Mr. Jellybean is a rapist. So I guess we then can jump back to Jerry and the Meeseeks. They finally start realizing that Jerry's not going to get better. So they all finally decide to group together and go after Jerry and get rid of him, because I'm sure like getting rid of Jerry will kind of,
the purpose will be defeated. The reason that Mr. Seeks was there, it won't be there no more if Jerry is dead.
Yeah.
So they'll be able to go home.
Exactly. So they went to a restaurant that Jerry and his wife were at.
Yeah.
And they have guns, knives, ready to kill anybody in their way just to get rid of Jerry. Mm-hmm. And then Jerry ends up going into the freezer with his wife, and she, I guess, gives him some type of confidence.
Yeah.
Tells him, like, I love you, this and that. And he ends up putting a tomato on the ground since they're in a restaurant, hitting it into a pot, which then it makes sense. That's a hole in one. Yeah. So, it kind of got a lot of them away. One left.
Yep. It took away, in that moment, the 2 swing shot, whatever. Mm-hmm. They had cut off 2 swings. And then the second hole in one was for the short distance? Short distance.
Because, So, either way, in the end, all the Meeseeks end up disappearing. Jerry's, obviously going to be happy he's not dead. Then, back with Rick and Morty, they finally make it to the village that they first started out in when they started this adventure.
Yeah.
He ends up donating all the money. The schmeckles, I think that's what they were. He ends up donating all the schmeckles to the village, and they start cheering him on. What do they do? What is it that they cheer him? They thank him?
Yeah, they thank him, and then...
Oh, and then they ask if you want to meet the king or whatever of the village, that he wants to, see you, or if you want to, be thanked by him.
Yeah, and surprise, who's the king?
Jellybean.
Mr. Jellybean.
The guy from the bathroom who was trying to rape Morty.
Like a sicko.
Yeah, Morty was like, no, get your, what is it? Some device, this, the portal device.
Yeah,
and,
the portal gun.
The portal gun, and they end up going through... And then
they end up opening the portal.
Yeah.
And right before the portal closes, what do you see? Rick's hand just coming in and
he must have knew. He must have knew what the jelly bean did, or he must have seen why when Morty came out of the bathroom, you know, the jelly bean came out right after, you know what I mean? So
yeah, and if you think about it, when Morty was like, I want to go home, Rick turned around just like you said and seen the jelly bean coming out, and the jelly bean was all beat up.
Yeah.
So like he more or less had an idea of what went down in the bathroom.
Yeah, so either way, guys, in the end, it was super awesome. You know, I guess it still played off pretty good. So, you know, maybe we'll see another, you know, Morty adventure here soon. I think it played off pretty good. Even Rick was trying to, you know, cheer up Morty a little bit because he's seen that Morty kind of, after the whole rape scene, he felt that probably Morty was giving up on his adventure.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why he was like, you know, your adventure went fine, everything was good, we won money, I'll donate the money to the village, and you know, everything played out good. So maybe every few adventures we'll get to see another, you know, Morty adventure.
Or maybe not, because if you think about it, Rick's adventures are crazy, but at least he never got raped. He always got something good out of it, which was a girl.
Yeah.
Or some
true.
type of flirtation. And then his one adventure, Morty's, turns out to be a freaking nightmare. Like, whoa.
Yeah, not good at all, guys. Until next time, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.